Once again, it is the Real Fpv Kev. We are back. I am back. Good to see y'all. It's been a minute since I posted. A few days at least. Different video this time though. Let's get into it. A little bit of a backstory. Somebody asked me why did I start a YouTube channel? And I wanted to actually address that because it is a good question. So I'm gonna try to keep it brief. I don't know that that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try. So taking it back in the day, I'm like 12, 13 years old. There was this RC truck that was out in like the late 80s. It was called Blackfoot. I think it was supposed to be like an F250, F150, F350, whatever. Some kind of Ford. I wanted to get it, but like it was about $300 or $400 back then. And thanks to good old Siri, I asked Siri like what that would be nowadays, and it was like it would be like $1,000 today. So 12, 13-year-old kid trying to get like $1,000 toy, right? So we were not wealthy, we were not caked up, balling, whatever you want to call it. We were doing all right. We wasn't in the poorhouse or nothing like that. But my pops made me put up some money towards the purchase, and so I had to work summers and stuff like that with him or whatever. So anyway, I ended up getting it, and it was cool. I mean, it was the real deal. I mean, it was a truck. I had all the parts. I mean, you had to like really build it. It was a crazy kit. You can look it up. If it all works out, I'll have like I'll flash to a picture of it. You can see it. Anyway, that would have been like late 80s, like I said. So fast forward, well, side note, I let some of my little dumb friends drive it, and they drove it off like a cliff and like literally, pow, crashed the joint. It was never the same. I definitely caught a lecture like about having something that expensive and letting your dumb friends drive it. Anyway, shout outs to mom and dad for that one though. So fast forward, I'm gonna say maybe like 08, 09, you know, they had the little helicopters that you could get. Like, I mean, now you can find them in like Walgreens, Rite Aid, all these different places, but Walmart, whatever. But little probably took like, I don't know, maybe a couple AAAs in the transmitter, and then you maybe hooked up the helicopter with like a USB charger or whatever. So, you know, they were cool, and like I said, reinforcing my love. When I was young and I got the Blackfoot and everything, all after I got crashed up, whatever, didn't work no more, I always would look at like the magazines, like, yes, I'm saying magazines because we ain't had the internet at that point. Like the RC helicopter and plane magazines, but some of this stuff was like gas, talking astronomical numbers. I couldn't have worked enough summers to buy any of that. So anyway, so the little helicopters, when they came, I mean, it was just like a testament to technology. Like, they used to have these big old scale running off gas power and all kind of crazy stuff, and then now they got it shrunk down like this. So, like I said, it's 07, 08, 09, somewhere in there. So fast forward, maybe 2012, 2013, the drones start popping. Like, you know, okay, quadcopters, okay. So I also was an eBay seller at that point too. So I would get like in bulk, you know, I'd get a bunch of drones in bulk. I think the first ones I was getting were like the DM007, had like a cool little blue line. They were black. Hopefully I have a picture of that as well. But I would buy them in bulk, take one or two out, play with it, sell the rest. That was my hustle. Then I think I got like a Hubson, a couple like little Cheersons, like with the little camera. I was totally blown away with those because I'm a gadget dude. And something this big had a camera on it, you could fly it and actually like record footage. My mind was fried at that. So anyway, I'm always been a gadget dude. So that's kind of like why we're here now doing what we're doing. But I was, you know, playing around with different stuff, and back then I think it was around that same time. That's when I was watching like Quadcopter 101, maybe Flying Ryan, Kent Herron, Barwell, UAV Futures, Drone Camps, Another dude with a mustache that used to do the like a little twisty, I can't remember his name, he was killing it. And then another dude with like his girlfriend, and they would like review a bunch of different drones, like toy level all the way up to like other stuff. They had a little baby. Her name might have been Abby. I can't remember them, but used to watch them. Of course, Captain Drone. So I like came up, watching all these different things, but of course also too, at some point, full disclosure, I did try to start a channel around that same time period too. I had bought a drone, I think it was called like the JYU Hornet or something, Hornet S. It was a monster, but it was heavy. Had a nice 4K camera setup, the whole nine, but it was dangerous. Like I remember one day I didn't quite calibrate it. May or may not have struck a neighbor's car's bumper in my apartment complex. I lived in an apartment back then, so skipping that. Anyway, so yeah, and at that point, because I had 4K capabilities, this was around the time like, part 107 was starting to pop. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get my part 107, see if there's some money to be made. You know what I mean? So I did end up passing. Got the joint back in like 2017. Here's the kicker. Crashed up the drone, had no drone to fly, had a license to make money, but no drone. So, the channel was Fly Guy 78. It's probably still up. There's probably a couple videos on there, but I didn't have much. I mean, and this is the time of maybe like DJI Phantoms or maybe Spark was coming up. I just didn't have any of that stuff at that point, But then the FPV thing was coming around, and I started to get the little interest in that. Just within the last maybe year or two, I bought the Beta FPV Cetus, the regular Cetus kit. I don't think I put enough into it to learn how to fly, and got frustrated and was just like, yeah, this is going on eBay. Sold it. Then fast forward, I started to miss it. I was still watching like, now the FPV clips are crazy. The tricks people are doing, the resolution of the cameras, whatever, like Johnny FPV, like diving buildings in Miami. So anyway, the itch was still there. Like I said, the passion has always been there. I love RC, everything, and gadgets. I'm a tech dude. So I got the Cetus Pro Ready to Fly kit maybe a couple months ago. And when I got it, and as I was trying to figure out certain things, I think I maybe even bought another. I might have got the Meteor 75 regular, not the Pro, but the regular. And then I think I also got the Mobula 7 HD 1S. But I got that on FR Sky, and I'm kind of like switching everything over to ERLS. So anyway, I sold that too. It's gone. But I was noticing there were so many things information-wise that I was looking for, and I could never find them. Like I couldn't find out how to bind one of the quadcopters, and it was as simple as plugging it up 3 times. Like I could not find that information online. So I was like, hey, I'm definitely gonna start a channel to try to help people that are in the same exact boat as me, looking for something real simple but can't find it. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. We're at the Real Fpv Kev, if that's what you want to call it. But anyway, I'm just trying to help people out who are in the same situation as me. I love the hobby. I think it's a cool hobby. I want to be part of that next phase of people. So maybe later on one day somebody's telling me, yeah, I used to watch the Real Fpv Kev. He helped me out. I don't know. But if I can help somebody out, cool. If somebody else can help me out, that's great too. It's kind of like a community. So I think it's cool that we all like kind of interact with each other. So anyway, if you like the video, or you like my backstory, or you need to tell me cut it, it's too long, you're gonna put it in the comments, whatever. Please like and subscribe. Until the next time, Real FPV Kev, take one. Yo, it's the Real FPV Kev. Yeah, too hype. Hey, bruh, it's Real FPV Kev over here, yo. Welcome to my channel. Yeah. Once again, we back. It's the Real FPV Kev. Me, I am him. Not him like that, but I'm him. Welcome to my channel. Yeah.